On August 7th, George Washington announced with, quote, the deepest regret, that the federal government would call out the militia to put down the rebellion, and gave a deadline to the rebels of September 1st. Washington allowed negotiators additional time until the negotiators wrote back to Washington on September 24th that it was, quote, necessary that the civil authority should be aided by military force in order to secure a due execution of laws. Washington used the Militia Act that had passed 2 years prior and less than a year after the ratification of the Second Amendment to raise a militia of around 12,500 men to put down the uprising. Few volunteered, so a draft was ordered, and the draft was not popular. Liberty poles were raised near many recruitment sites, and in Hagerstown, Maryland, 800 troops had to be sent to put down a draft riot, leading to around 150 arrests. When a Liberty pole was raised on September 11, 1794, in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the pole raisers were surrounded by federal officials, leading to 2 civilian deaths. But George Washington was undeterred. He left Philadelphia, the capital at that time, to personally lead the forces. The rebellion collapsed even before the forces arrived in October of that year. Many, if not most, fled to the mountains to go into hiding. On November 13th, the military executed a series of raids in the area, and 150 men were arrested, most in the middle of the night, and often forced to march barefoot in their sleeping clothes to be interrogated. History is awkward.